And it looks like those Mulists go dropping in for another attack there. And other than that, more barracks, I guess, going up, as well as a starport, probably to get some science vessels, stuff like that. This SCV does scout the base, and this is really bad for Sue. I mean, he's really. I mean, he's mobile because he has the Speedling and Muta, but at the same time, Flash is going to be able to move out his forces and take out this base pretty easily, especially if he hasn't morphed any Hydras. But he does have Lurkers, so probably not going to go for mass Hydras like I thought he might in that tech switch. He's going for a little bit more Lurker play, getting his Hive up, so probably going to get some Defilers out as well. And this is going to go into the later game here. Zerglings, scouting out the bases, make sure there's no expansions going up, and the Zerg player has really good map control right now. You see a few Scourge out, just anticipating for those science vessels. Flash now has some tanks out, which will help him, defeat those lings, but I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of even, but at the same time, it seems as though So doesn't have as much forces as Flash does, and if Flash can do some good micro here, he's going to be able to take the game. But some good harass there, picking off a few Marines there, and not taking much damage at all from those Mutalisks, and it looks like Flash is going to push down towards that bottom right base, try to take it out, and regain his economic lead. Because you know that in StarCraft 1, the Zerg player to be one base up against a Terran is pretty standard. I mean, it's okay. The Terran player will be content. Oh, and the Lurker's Burrow not getting too many hits off. Surprisingly, I thought all those Marines were gonna die, but no. They got some hits off, but at the same time, none of those Marines went down, which is really surprising. That was a pretty good attack there. I thought that would have done a lot more damage. The not the supply depot, the science vessel is going to scout, possibly, yeah, it does scout those Lurkers up there. They're going to siege up, and those Lurkers are definitely going to be mincemeat. Not going to be able to do a whole lot at all, and these Lurkers are going to go down before getting one hit going off, but no Marines dying there. A Sunken Colony and a few Lurkers are all are there. There is a Nidus Canal, so he can keep streaming into units, but this base is definitely going to go down, I feel like. And more units going down, and at the same time, Sue is trying to attack the reinforcements here, not doing too much of a good job though. Buildings are going down left and right, this hatchery's going down, and Flash is just macroing like crazy, and microing like crazy. His APM must be really high right now. The Zerglings are going in, but I mean, this force is going to get taken out, actually doing a lot more damage than I thought he was going to do. The Swarm does go down on the mineral line, and this is bad, especially because Flash is just losing a ton of units here, surprisingly. I was surprised. I thought he was going to be able to take this base out pretty easily, but that Defiler definitely helped him a lot, and more Zerglings streaming in here. He's going to be able to kill off, I don't know exactly what that is, maybe it's another hatchery. Yeah, it is another hatchery. He's going to be able to take out the other hatchery here, and the KT coach, I don't know why he looks so disappointed. He looks like he's losing here, but I think he's fighting a winning battle, to be honest. A Radiate going down on the Lurker, and more science vessels, another science vessel I guess coming in, but not more science vessels, but these Zerglings are coming in and they're just taking out these Marines. Only 3 Marines left, but they are going to be able to clean this up. More Marines streaming into the top left. Don't exactly know what's going on there. There is one more Lurker, probably going to put an Irradiate on it possibly, I'm not entirely sure, but at that top left base they're showing it. There's nothing there, I don't know why they're showing that base. More Zerglings streaming in here, and more Marines as well. There's a ton of medics, not that many Marines. And these Marines are all getting picked off, all the reinforcements coming in by these Zerglings, and this base is going to stay up, and that's, wow, I'm really surprised about that. I'm surprised what happened to all of Flash's units. He doesn't look like he's macroing up very well. He does have more forces in the middle of the map, though, and, it looks like he might have gone for a 2-pronged attack, and obviously it was kind of unsuccessful because Sue is still at his 3 bases here, and that Lurker just killing off more Marines. Looks like those medics are moving out of the bottom right there, probably going to move back to the middle, regroup with all the other forces. And at the same time, Zergling's going to be scouting that base at the 12 o'clock position. Flash is taking his 3rd. Needs to be careful about that, doesn't get sniped off by any Mutalisks or anything like that. Even Lurkers, that would be kind of bad. He does have, looks like maybe 6 or 7 barracks pumping out Marines. If I were him, I might go for a little bit of Fire Bats, to be completely honest, to deal with these Zerglings. They would do a ton of damage against these Zerglings, and I mean, even the Lurkers, if he gets a good thing there. Radiate going down on the Defiler? Yeah, that was on the Defiler. So that Defiler's gonna be able. The Defiler's gonna die, but at the same time he got a swarm off. 2 good swarms going off. The Marine and Medics get picked off. Still a sizable force here for Flash. So Flash is still definitely in this game, and dual starports pumping out science vessels is what I'm assuming. And yes, he did get some firebats, so we do see the firebats there, and consume going off on the Zergling, irradiate going on the Defiler there. Good plague by the Defiler, but at the same time there's no units that are going to be attacking air, so it doesn't really matter. Those science vessels aren't going to be going down anytime soon. Probably should get an SCV to go repair those though. And a good swarm on the lurkers there, and so Flash is going to have to retreat for a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. Flash went for a dual expansion, and didn't work out for him. He's going to have to cancel that command center because those Zerglings go in. Looks like he's streaming more forces down to the bottom right. Maybe going to go for a pincer attack here. Looks like Flash is going to move into the main, and that's exactly what he's doing. He has a sizable amount of science vessels. The Defiler goes down. Does get a storm. Not a storm. He does get a swarm on that critical position there, that kind of choke point, but irradiate going down on that lurker, so it doesn't really matter. Those Marines are going to move in, and they're going to have to back up just because of that swarm, but they do kill off all of these Zerglings. Another irradiate going down on something, maybe that was lurker, not entirely sure. It looks like he's going to back out now and try to intercept this force that is going towards the middle of the base. I don't exactly know what force it is. It looks like maybe just all Zerglings or something. Not entirely sure, but it looks like he's pulling back, trying to do some defense here. And yeah, it was definitely Zerling, so he pulled back, did a good defense against the Zergling. He's also going in now, going full out, and there's no Defiler. That Defiler needs to put down some swarm. He's trying to consume those drones there, and doesn't pick off the Sunken Colony. He needs to pick off the Nidus Canal. More like, I was going to say Nidus Network, but that's StarCraft 2. 2 Scourge taking out a science vessel. More forces streaming in toward that 12 o'clock base, trying to take it out. And GG coming from So. Or rather, Sue. So nice play by Flash. Again, Flash is he's just the ultimate Terran, the ultimate player. And so 1-0 KT over SKT1. We'll see you guys next game. GG.